What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Seriously Sarcastic Podcast. I am your host, Toon Boone, and as always, with me is my little brother, Remi.
Hello.
Damn, it has been a hot fucking minute, my guy.
It's been like a week and a half.
That's a long time, bro. We've been doing this at least once or so, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah.
And we ain't recorded in now almost 2 weeks. I had a lot going on.
It was gone.
Yeah, I had a lot going on.
I mean, it was gone for a while.
Yeah, that 4 days was, man, it was crazy.
Right.
There was some shit happening. A lot of drama, a lot of fun shit. Man, dude, last week was the Tattoo City Lansing convention. The only tattoo convention in the entire world that gives away $10,000 as their cash prize for Best of Show. And it is put on by one of my best friends, my brother Travis Crossley. He may be on the show eventually. But, yeah, man, it was great. This was the second year of Lansing. We've done Flint for 5 years. And I think the show definitely did really good. I liked it, dude. There's always really great artists, always good people there, things like that. And, yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you definitely missed a hell of a show for sure. It was crazy that they're like, before the show, they're like, oh, we're doing 18 and up. So I was like, well, that sucks. Like, I guess I ain't taking the kids. And I had to get babysitters or didn't, bring the older two or whatever. I go there and all types of kids. Hella kids are there. I'm like,
what?
Bruh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
I
it's
would
like,
not expect kids to be there at all.
I mean, kids usually go to tattoo conventions, but it's like, why would they make it 18 and up? That sucks. And then you made it 18 and up, but no one followed that damn rule.
Really?
Not even a little bit.
Wow.
And no one said nothing, and it was annoying, but it's like, whatever. Like, I don't ever get break from the kids. So it's like, especially Colson, I constantly have Coley and stuff, so it's just fine. Obviously, I love being a dad, so I'm not complaining. But it was nice to not actually have to worry about kids and just be able to enjoy myself and work and things of that nature, But next year, I'm definitely going to be planning on bringing the kids with me for sure. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, a lot of shit happened though, man. There was like some drama. Fucking Amber almost got in a fight with some chick at the bar. And
was she drinking?
Yeah, she was.
Oh,
drunk.
okay.
She was feeling herself.
Oh.
Amber's having a good time, and Amber's like the chillest, right? Except for when she's drunk.
I was gonna say,
like, even then, she's always just about have fun. But if like a bitch gets on her like wrong side, bro, and it was this chick, I don't know her name, but that chick was like on some bullshit, like, so like it was probably well deserved as far as I could tell. But yeah, dude's like, some people quit from the show. Like, people said they weren't attending anymore. All types of crap. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it was
like
crazy.
Artists?
Huh?
Between different artists and stuff?
Yeah, different girls that did, like, the Miss Tattoo City were having drama. And then this guy, JD, he's a real good friend of ours. He's an amazing tattooer. He does, like, color realism type crazy shit. Amazing. He usually comes in second or third place, like, every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he brought this other guy, Jordy, and this dude is even better than him, but he's like does color realism like him and is super amazing too. And they did this back piece collaboration. I can actually show you. I might have showed you it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Right here.
Yeah, you did show me that.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so if you can see it, it's right here. It's amazing. Shout out to my boy JD. He is a beast for the show. Unfortunately, he came in third place again with that tattoo, and he was not happy.
Yeah.
Because Hussein, another good friend of mine, one of the best black and gray tattooers I know,
and he knows a lot of people all over the United States.
Yeah, and I know a lot of tattooers, and he is phenomenal. This is his third year in a row winning this competition, winning $10,000.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, for black and gray, beating out color, beating out everyone else. Like, every style, you know. He kills it, dude. His tattoos are literally perfect. Like as close as perfect could be, it's perfect. Like
they're amazing. I've seen a few.
Yeah, they're amazing, right?
Yeah,
and
insane.
So I guess it's a face and it's a hand holding an eye.
Oh yeah, you showed me that,
and it's a snake.
The snake and the eyeball could just be by themselves, and I would say that wins.
Yeah, the eyeball
so
is
perfect.
literally the best eye tattoo I've ever seen.
It is. It like gives you chills looking at it. It is so amazing.
It literally looks like it can see you.
Yeah, it freaked me out.
Right.
The first time you see it.
Yeah, and the snake,
it's
the
like,
scale's amazing.
Yeah,
right?
the snake. Yeah, it's like
Bro,
insanity.
Crazy. So,
Insanity.
anyways, the going on, the face is facing out like this, right? And the hand holding the eye, it's holding it like this, but it's this hand. It's a left hand and not a right hand.
Oh.
So, like, they're like, oh, it'd be like this, or it's backwards, and a lot. And JD was like, no, that hand's backwards. It's wrong. How the hell did he win? And it was after he won, he was pissed. And they're like, no, it's not her hand. It's not this face's hand. It's just a random hand collabed in there to make a cohesive image.
Right.
To look good. That's really it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, he didn't want to hear it, dude. He was mad. I mean, like, dude, you come in third place like 3-4 times. Like, I could understand, you know, but at the same time, like, there's parts of his tattoo that weren't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And Hussein's tattoo, no matter if it was black and gray or not, was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
You know, like, if Hussein would have did color, yeah, he probably would have lost.
Yeah.
You know, but he didn't. He did what he's good at, and that's what he fucking does, and he wins.
Yeah. I'm sure he's pretty booked up.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's making big money, bro.
Say, yeah,
$2,500 a day. Probably tattooing 4 or 5 days a week most of the time. You know, and he's not even from here, bro. He's only been in the country like 3 years. Like,
Jesus.
And, yeah, he's got his own shop now and stuff. And, like, dude, if someone cancels on him, he makes a post, he's booked within an hour.
Yeah.
Someone's taking that spot.
That's nuts.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, here's my money, boop. You know, and yeah, he's a beast, bro. But and he's really cool, bro. Just talking to him and stuff. That's actually who we're going with is Hussein to New York. We're gonna hang out with him at his booth. You know, I watch him, go see all the other tattooers, because to him, he tells us there's people that go to this New York show that make him seem like he's not good at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it don't make any sense. I can't even believe that because of how amazing he is. But that's how he acts. He's like, people tell him they're like, you know, they're like, yeah, you're on your way, or you got good potential. Good potential?
Right, good potential.
God damn, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, Jesus, that's
oh, man.
Right, that's like God telling Jesus he got potential.
Right, oh no.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, seriously.
For real. I mean, it is what it is, though. That's what he said, so I can't wait to meet him. That's gonna and see all these artists. That's next weekend. I'm very excited about it. I'll only be gone for 2 days, though. So
I thought it was 3 days.
It is. Well, we're not tattooing. Me and Travis are just attending. So we're leaving Friday, and we're coming back Sunday morning.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be leaving
you're not
Friday
even
morning.
Be gone that
no, not at all. Like, we're taking a plane. We're flying back.
Right.
So
the New York, what is it, like an hour and a half, 2-hour flight? It can't be that long.
Yeah, probably not that long. I think we're leaving at like 9 something and get there at like 11 something.
Yeah, it's like on the other side of...
Yeah, but it's like an 11.5-hour drive if we
go
from
yeah,
there.
because you gotta, unless you drive through Canada.
Yeah, and I'm not doing that.
No.
Sorry, Canada.
No.
Until you're part of America, it's not happening. Until you're a 51st state, I won't be driving through you, okay? Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
But anyway, so, dude, I took all the guys to the strip club that worked for me the last night.
Mm-hmm.
And Norman is my apprentice.
Oh, my God. You took Norman to the strip club?
I tried.
He wouldn't
with
go.
His wife was there with us.
Uh-huh.
And we're fine. We're at this other bar. We're just drinking. We're having a good old time. And she's a little uptight, prudy bitch, bro. Like, she's kind of like a skinny-ass Sarah, bro. Like, for real life. These motherfuckers drink, like, every day, bro. Drink every day. Are alcoholics. Like,
yeah, I do feel.
For, like, and no lie. And they drink Tito's. Like, they ain't drinking beer. They're drinking liquor, like.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
That sucks.
she's like, out of nowhere, cops his attitude when she found out we're going to the strip club. Like, he's too drunk. He can't be doing this, and that, and trying to have an attitude. And then trying to bring Annie into this. And she was like, how's Annie feel about that? I said, I don't give a fuck how Annie feels about it. I was like, I'm a grown man. I do what the fuck I want. I'm not touching anybody. I'm not cheating on her. I'm not conversating even with anyone. Yeah. So I'm allowed to go wherever I want. And if Annie didn't like it, that's fine. And we'll have that conversation when that occurs. But at the end of the day, I'm not worried about Annie leaving me. Like, right. Norman, you may be worried about it, and your relationship may be like this, but mine's not. And that's not how it's going to work for me. So, sorry. So, she ended up storming off. They didn't come, unfortunately. No. They went back to the Airbnb, which is fine. But Lindsay's boyfriend, Sam, drove. He was, like, completely sober. So, he drove us to the VU, the Deja Vu in Lansing. Mm-hmm. Much better than the Deja Vu in Flint.
I follow the Deja Vu in Lansing on Facebook because, it is way better than the one in Flint.
Oh, dude, you should definitely go there.
I was going to say, just from the pictures they post on Facebook, it is way better.
Yeah, well, they had one bitch that looked like Miss Potato and shit. Like, bitch was, like, she looked like Shrek, really, is what I said there. Like, she was fugly as hell.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I feel like, I've been to 2 strip clubs in one night, and that's it. So you can't go off my joke. That's my experience. Yeah, that's but experience. My little experience, there's always at least one.
There's always at least
chick.
One. Yeah,
there's always got to be at least
other
one.
Ugly chicks, but this chick.
I was gonna say, but that ugly chick is for the ugly dudes.
Dude, bro, she was so ugly.
That's what I think.
And we're sitting there, right? And Zach's with us, Joe, Lindsay, her boyfriend, and Zach's girlfriend, Bailey. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the middle, and Bailey's here, Zach's over here. Now, this girl, Shrek, comes up and starts talking to Zach and trying to sit next to him and trying to holler at him.
Oh, my God.
As soon as she sat down, I slid my chair so far back and tried to completely avoid any conversation with that ugly bitch.
Oh, my God.
But Zach was trying to pass her off to Sam, Lindsay's boyfriend. And she's like, the fuck he is? She ain't come the fuck over here. Oh, dude.
Lindsay was probably pissed.
Bro.
Oh, my God.
And Bailey was just in amazement because she ain't never been to a strip club. And she just was like, yeah, like she was amazed. Like, and this is the craziest shit I ever seen at a strip club, all right? Mm-hmm. And I don't think you'd even expect this. So the DJ's like, shouts out to the stripper on stage. Badass blonde dude, like fucking strap, bro. Fine as the motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, have you ever had a Jolly Rancher eaten out of your ass? And she's like, no. And he's like, would you want to? She's like, hell yeah. And then they're like, anybody want to eat a Jolly Rancher out of her ass? And this like lesbian chick was like sitting against the stage and shit, watching her like in love with this bitch. She was like, immediately, me. Didn't even get caught. She just did that and jumped on the stage. Jesus. Right? And they did. She bent over while she's on her knees, and they put a fucking Jolly Rancher in her crack of her ass. On stage, and this chick, dude, whatever you want to call her, you know,
right.
She fucking grabbed that bitch and then put her face down into her ass and ate her ass on stage in front of everybody, bro.
That's fucking
dude. Shit was crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, crazy as fuck. And then they had this performance from this crazy ass girl that was like stabbing these feathers that had needles on the end, and she like stabbed them through her titties, so they just sat there through like that. And like when she took them off, they started bleeding. You could see the actual blood. Like she actually stabbed herself. And then she had like this flammable bubbles like in a cup, and she was putting them on her tits and her coochie and her bare ass coochie, bro, like butt naked on stage and setting it on fire, bro. Setting these bubbles on her coochie on fire, bro. Real fire crotch in real life.
Real fire.
HD,
like real
bro.
Fire crotch in real life.
Dude, the realest fire crotch you ever seen.
Oh my God.
She wasn't a redhead, but it was red down there. That's all I know.
What the hell?
Dude, yeah, it was the craziest shit I ever seen at a strip club.
Like it. And all in one night.
Yeah, that one night we just happened to go there. This crazy shit happens. And
it sounds like a regular time there. It sounds like shit happens crazy there all the time.
It does, dude. Like, next time I go to the strip club, I think I'm down to drive an hour.
I'm down to drive an hour. That's funny.
It was great. I mean,
I don't want to go back to the men's club.
No, not at all. But if they sold alcohol, it would have been much better. But, they can't because the chicks get naked at the VU.
Oh, at the VU? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Like, they can't, if the girls get naked.
I don't drink, so
I know, but I do. And it obviously, not really don't.
I was going to say, you drink, but you take sips and you pour so much fucking water and pop in it.
That's when I drink liquor. But I'm saying socially, I drank beer and stuff. Like, during the convention, I'm drinking, like, almost every night. But really just beer. Like, they can have shots. They're all fucked up. I didn't have a hangover at all. I was good.
Yeah.
Because I'm only drinking beer. Like, y'all want to drink that shit and feel like shit when you got a tattoo? That's on you, not me.
No.
But still, like, if you can't drink and shit, you're like, okay. Mm-hmm. The party's over. Like, I'm not even drunk no more.
Yeah.
So, but, if the chicks get naked, you can't drink there legally. So
that makes
the
sense.
men's club and stuff like Odyssey and Teasers here, those only do topless so that you can drink.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think it's for the safety of the girls and stuff, which is understandable. And but it's like, I would rather them not be fully naked and be able to drink and them still do crazy shit like that. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it is what it is. But yeah, dude, it was fun, bro. I had a really good night. Like I said, it was drama, fucking, just made up some money. It was just crazy shit like that.
Right.
And yeah, dude, I can't wait to go back next year. So
yeah, it sounds like a great time. I'll have to come down and check it out sometime.
Yeah, definitely don't bring the baby.
No. No, definitely not. Would not bring her down there.
So, what'd you do while I was gone? Nothing. Played Assassin's Creed.
No. Okay, I had fixed my 2 lawnmowers. I put up the pool.
Oh yeah, you did put up the pool. Yeah.
Yeah. It
looks good, man.
The shop. I had to rebuild my RC car and broke it again.
Yeah, you broke that shit like 3-4 times. Like,
yeah,
back to back to back.
Well, it's because
good thing the parts aren't crazy expensive. Like,
it is.
Break it 5 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say, once you break it as many times as I have,
you
end up spending like $200 in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Chris had one, like Creep, that works for Travis. Mm-hmm. He has like one of those, and he had it with us at the show.
Yeah, those
driving
awesome.
that thing around, and that thing was fast.
Dude, I was gonna say, there's some, bro. You can get them to go like 80, 100 miles an hour.
Jesus, that's insane.
Yeah, there's only one stock RC car that you can buy that goes over 100 miles an hour. But they're so expensive. Like mine, I got like a fucking $250 RC car, and I just put a fucking bunch of parts on it.
Even that's expensive for a toy car.
No, it's not a toy. Shut up. Sorry, bro. It's not a toy. It's a hobby car. It's a hobby car.
Okay, sorry saying it's a toy car. Okay, that's my bad. Hobby car, but it's not a real car.
No, it's not a real car.
That's what I'm saying. For something you play with as a toy.
And that you purposely, in my experience,
and you break it.
I was gonna say, and what I do I purposely break it. Essentially, I literally jump it off of whatever I can and run it into stuff. And
just drive into straights, fucking whack.
Yeah, I like drive it. Yeah, like GTA.
Right, exactly.
Do flips and jumps and all this crazy shit. So it's bound to break.
Yeah, I mean, it's bound to break. But to me, that's expensive for that. I mean, not that...
It's not when you look at, like, the ones that are built to do that. Like, so the best basher you can buy is, like, $1,500.
For a car?
For an RC car.
I can buy a real car.
It's like... It's not like small. Car. It's a big-ass RC car.
Jesus.
It's the X-Max Ultimate.
Take pulley onto it and take
it probably goes like 80 miles an hour.
I could drive Coley just on that.
You could do like backflips in midair.
I'm attach a seat to it.
It does crazy shit.
And like fucking drive Colson to school on it.
I mean,
put a camera on shit.
Oh, dude, they're awesome, dude. They can do some crazy shit. Especially like you take them to skate parks. Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people do, and like drive them up and down and around. Take them off of all the jumps and stuff at skate parks. It's
that would be fucking cool though.
It's so cool to watch, but it's like it's so cool. And then you see one like Kevin. So I watch this guy, Kevin Tailbot. He's like one of the biggest RC YouTubers. This guy will do like durability tests. So he will purposely try to break them. And so he did one on the X Max, which is like $1,000 RC car.
Ridiculous.
But this thing he literally shot it like, I'm not even joking, like 50 feet in the air and I've watched it come down on its face and roll, and then he just takes off again.
There you go. It was nothing.
Like it was nothing. Dude,
I wish I could fall out from 50 feet.
I mean, so they're pretty durable. Like it took them a few hours to break it at a skate park.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so like they're really good.
I mean, yeah, and they're intentionally trying to break it.
And yeah, he literally was trying to break it. The durability test to see how much damage it could take before it breaks.
Yeah, damn, my fucking head. No, that's fucking awesome. I mean, I seen a video where like motherfuckers did like the same shit, but they were testing like a fucking actual truck against the Tesla and shit. And they were doing stunts and all types of.
You're talking about Whistling Diesel?
I don't remember.
Was it a Ford F-150?
I think so.
Yeah, Whistling Diesel. I love Whistling Diesel.
Dude, there was some shit that the truck just smashed over the Cybertruck like it was nothing. But
bro,
some things
a lot of people talk shit about Ford, but bro, Ford has been the #1 selling truck in America for over 10 years for a reason.
Right. I mean, hey, it's right there on the wall, man. It's not because of shit.
It's not. Yeah, I know this. We just live in a Chevy town.
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah,
people.
I work on cars and like
talking shit about any type of car.
Almost 60. I feel like almost 60% of the cars I work on is Chevy, and there's so many different types of cars, bro.
My car's a Chevy, and it's shitty. I mean,
I love my Ford, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's the best. It's having some real issues.
My car has hella issues always. Like, fuck, that's been.
I'm having transmission issues, but it's okay.
Oh man, I hope that fucking.
Yeah.
Don't need a new transmission. Is there a way to fix a transmission without replacing it?
Yeah, I mean, you can replace the parts that are broken on the inside.
Oh, okay. I mean,
yeah, you can like rebuild it, but I mean,
a
lot of times,
so expensive. Like,
I was gonna say, unless you got like a brand new transmission, like relatively new, it's usually cheaper to buy a used one than to buy all the parts to rebuild it and then pay someone 10 to 20 hours to rebuild it. Because rebuilding a transmission takes for fucking
ever.
Not really, if you know what you're doing, but they charge you like it takes for fucking ever.
I can't blame them. Gotta make that money.
I was gonna say at the dealership. I mean, it probably takes. So we used to rebuild them all the time. It probably takes like 3-4 hours, at least. And that was like the 6-speed truck transmissions.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and. My mentor was a fucking G. He did this shit.
He's that Asian guy, right?
Yeah.
What was
Andy?
Andy, yeah.
He was so damn good, dude. Like there's so many like little things that you have to just know where they're at. Like little things that normal people would have to like look at the screen to know. This dude's done it so many times. He'd pretty much do it. He could pretty much rebuild him blindfolded. Like he just did it so fast and seamless. I was rarely helpful. I was just there to hand them, to watch and to hand them parts.
Yeah, you're like wiping off his
like pretty much like this thing is like he was just putting this shit together so fast most of the time.
Right.
It was just insane to watch.
Hey, dude, that's like what all those years of experience are, man. It's like so I can do it in a fraction of the time, and I get paid more to do it is because of the experience, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the list on the GM website for top 1% techs in America for what they call callbacks or returns. Is for when a vehicle returns for the same problem after you've already worked on it. He had like 1 or 2 throughout the year, which made him in the top 1% of GM techs in the United States.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking GM techs. In the top 1%. Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He didn't even know. One of the other techs told him. Had to come up and showed me and him on the computer.
Hey.
He got an award.
Oh, well.
Through GM.
Hey, man, hard work It
Yeah, he
pays
got.
off for sure.
I was gonna say he ended up working. He quit working at the dealership like 2 months after me,
Yeah.
and went and worked for GM at one of the factories
What
as
was the
a
last time you
electrical.
talked to him?
Probably like 2 years.
Oh, okay. I mean, hey, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to
I know.
say, hey, what's going on? I mean, long time no conversation, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you weren't like apprenticing under him like my apprenticeship was like for fucking a long time and shit, you know? Like, how long were you an apprentice?
I want to say probably almost a year, about a year,
Oh, okay, about a year.
maybe.
So, I mean, yeah, that's still a good time. I mean, like,
And I worked. How do I put it? So like, technically, I wasn't even apprenticing under him for that long, like pay wise. But so how I moved up pretty much is there was another tech that was supposed to get the apprenticeship position because I was originally just doing oil changes.
right.
And there was an oil change tech who's been there longer, who's older, who had more experience, who's supposed to get it. And I noticed, like, he would tell him, my boss would tell him to, like, hey, go watch him do this to learn something. And in my free time, I just took it upon myself to find the best tech there was in the shop and just watch him whenever I had free time. And eventually I got to be the apprentice. I mean, after a while, he started paying me cash because his checks he said they went way up. So he started paying me in cash. He was averaging like over 80 hours of labor hours a week.
God damn. Yeah,
within the 40-hour work week.
Yeah, he was getting paid good ass money then.
Yeah. So he was making good ass money.
Yeah, I remember meeting him a couple times. He seemed like a really good dude. I mean,
He invited me over for dinner once.
yeah, I mean, yeah, he tried to pay any and shit when he didn't have to.
Yeah,
like, all
he
types
definitely
of
didn't
shit.
have to.
Like, man, no,
Buying
that's
me
a good
breakfast
guy.
all the
I would
time.
definitely get a hold of that guy and just take him out or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, catch up. Like, dude, you never know. Like, man, when my mentor died, dude, that shit sucked ass. That shit. And I was obviously like, we weren't very close to like the last couple years and shit because of my relationship with Sarah and shit kind of ruined my relationship with Chris, you know. But like before, even after my apprenticeship, I ended up working for him for a while, and then like more than once, and also like I've been around him multiple times at different shops, and I worked with him in Atlanta and. You know, stuff like that. We've done like biker rallies.
Didn't
like we
you
did
work with him in
Sturgis
Florida
together.
too, or was that someone else?
He came to Florida.
Okay.
I was down there I left with his friend Ivan on a whim. Like I was working for him, and Ivan was up doing it.
No, I know. You just up and moved to Florida. We was all like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Haley was pissed.
Bro, everyone was not happy.
I did not tell Haley till she called me, and that was like after the shop had closed. Like,
oh my god,
because we had left right when the shop opened around noon.
Yeah,
and I had paid. He said he was leaving. I was like, I'm coming with you. Fuck it. And you know, like I obviously was miserable being with Haley, and Colson was just a baby, and. He called Chris and was like, hey, this fool's trying to come with me and shit. And Chris was like, well, I'm not going to stop him. And so he's like, fuck it. So I went with him. And this motherfucker gave me an edible cupcake that he made. And
oh my
shit
god!
As we pulled out the parking lot,
you was fucked
and,
up, bro.
Oh, dude, about an hour later, I was like, why am I so high right now? And then, like, for the whole drive, I was major paranoid, fucking high as hell, anxiety out the ass.
That's hilarious.
For like 12 hours.
Oh my god! I will say, the only time weed gives me anxiety is when I'm driving. I don't know why.
I've been glad I wasn't driving, but it wasn't very comfortable because he only had like a little PT Cruiser or like a slug bug.
Yeah.
It was like a slug bug, actually. So even smaller. And all his shit was in it. So, like, we had this big thing. I can't remember what it was right between us the whole time.
Probably like some tattoo stand or something.
Sit like this.
Oh, my God.
Bitch. And I'm, like I said, I'm high as fuck. And it had to be like 8, 9, 10 o'clock after work. Like, we've been gone all day.
Wow.
And Haley calls me, like, what's up? When you coming? And I was just like, fuck. Yeah, I'm on my way to Florida right now. Yeah, she was
His
not
baby
happy.
mama.
Yeah,
Not happy.
not at all.
No.
But I was only gone for like 2 months.
Yeah, not
It
that
wasn't
time you
long.
weren't.
Yeah, I
gone
wasn't
that long.
gone that long. But it was a great time.
Yeah.
I loved it, dude. And traffic sucked. Like, at first I was staying at Ivan's house,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a 20-minute drive if there was no traffic, right?
Right.
But there's never no traffic.
Yeah.
It would take 2 hours to get from his house to the shop.
See, I couldn't,
South
dude.
Beach.
I would literally buy a fucking bicycle and ride a bike everywhere if I lived in a city like that.
So after a week, I just started living in the shop.
Yeah, I know. I remember you telling me
So
about
I
it. You
lived
had
in
to
the shop
fucking-
the whole time, and I would just go shower in the shower at the fucking beach because they have like one of those outside showers,
Yeah.
and that's all. That's what I would shower and I just lived and slept on a tattoo bed in the shop for that other month and a half or so. Like,
Yeah, that's nuts.
and it was way better because I was just always there to make money. Like I
Right.
was not driving, sitting in a car for 2
2 hours a day, twice.
getting high as fuck, just smoking weed the whole way there, fucking. Just to, like, dude, fuck that. I could just sit here, smoke some weed, and fucking be at the shop already making money.
Right.
And that was my only concern is trying to make fucking money. You know, it's like I came
Yeah.
out here to make money. Like,
Exactly.
so that's what I did. Was like, I appreciate you bringing me here, Ivan, but I'm not staying. I'm staying over here. But I did have Thanksgiving and shit with his family, and they're all like Russian and shit.
Oh, really?
So
That's
like for
interesting.
Thanksgiving, they're all just drinking shots of vodka and shit.
Did they
Even-
have like smoked fish?
Even I don't remember. It was a bunch of weird shit I never had
I
before
bet.
or seen, and this is before I even liked seafood. So like some shit I don't even eat. But yeah, even the grandma dude had to be like in her 70s, and she just busting shots back of warm ass vodka, boy. Like no fucks to give. I'm like, no, thank you. Like I do not want that. Like I appreciate your hospitality though, but
Yeah.
I'm not Russian.
No, there's this couple I follow on like Facebook and they're on like TikTok and stuff. This American guy married this Russian girl and she's like from a rich family. It took like I think it said it took him like over $200,000 in 5 years for her to get a visa to America.
Jesus. 200 grand in 5 years.
Yeah, or something
mean,
like that. But
Hey,
it was
it's
like
worth every penny
insane.
to be a part of
It
this
was
beautiful
like-
country.
A lot of money for sure. But now they're able to go back and forth all the time.
Oh, okay.
And just like the crazy
Do
family
they have dual
traditions.
citizenship or they just have a visa?
Well, he the guy's American. But the girl, I think she's just got a visa for now, but she's applying for dual citizenship because they're
nice.
married.
Right. Yeah. It's what makes sense.
So I think
Or imagine
so.
your wife get fucking
Yeah,
deported and shit.
just like the crazy like family traditions that he has to witness and be a part of, and like the stuff he had to do to actually be accepted into the family is like some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people would not do this shit. But have you seen this chick, bro? You
She's
understand?
Russian?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's a 10, bro. Like,
yeah.
no
I
cat,
can
no
imagine.
cat.
Russian bitches be fine.
I was gonna say Russian and German
women,
bitches.
My bad, guys.
Right,
Sorry.
Russian women
Russian
and German
women.
women are both
So
to me
fine.
are so fine.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
understand.
well, we know, nigga, your baby mama's German.
Yeah, she is straight from Germany,
Yeah,
literally.
like for real. Like,
yeah,
So yeah,
She
I
is.
understand. Russian women have always been like so fucking sexy and shit, and they're like not uptight, prude.
No, they're
like Western women, and
they're like, yeah, I don't know how they're like manly and feminine at the same time.
yeah, they're
They're
like
like-
really good like wife material women,
Mhm.
but they're also like gangster as fuck.
So gangster,
Yeah,
very, which is pretty.
yeah, which is so sexy,
Yeah, and they're like
which is crazy.
they love like outdoor stuff and like hunting and fishing and like all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
They're good at. A lot of them
awesome.
are.
yeah. I mean, shit, I need to do more of that.
No, I know.
Spend so
I
much
need to-
time inside from fucking my job.
I need to go
Fucking
fishing
crazy.
soon. It's been like the weather, dude. It's been like
Oh, dude,
so
bipolar.
back and forth, dude.
Fucking 80 degrees and fucking 50 degrees.
Yeah, and then
colder
it's
than
like,
that. Like,
dude,
God
woke up-
damn.
I think it was Sunday. I woke up. It was like 34 degrees, and when I went to bed Saturday, it was in the mid 70s. When I
Yeah.
went to bed.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like shop, I had to turn the AC on because it was so fucking hot that it was hot as fucking the shop. It was
Jesus
79
Christ.
degrees.
That's insane.
Turn the AC on, and the next day it's cold. It
Yeah,
was
you gotta
50
turn the-
degrees in the damn shop because
Yeah.
of the AC. So I had to turn the AC off, turn the
Fuck
heat back
yeah, you gotta
on.
turn the heat back on.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm like, God,
God
my furnace
damn.
don't know what to do. It thought he
No,
got
I
a
was gonna
break.
say, yeah, your fucking consumer's bill is not gonna like you.
No, for real, bro. It's like you gotta heat me up from
Jesus.
50 degrees. That shit sucked ass.
Dude, yeah, that is.
Like I
not
came in and I
fun.
was so cold, and my client's like super skinny chick and shit. So I was
Mhm.
like,
Oh no, yeah, they're always cold.
yeah, I know you're gonna be
I
cold.
say, I got
Lindsay's
one of those.
always
that-
cold. So is Joe, but Lindsay's always cold, bro.
Lindsay looks like she's 95 pounds.
She probably is 95 pounds, maybe 97.
I was gonna say she is fucking
Like
small.
so tiny. So like when
She is
me and
small.
Zach be sweating, sitting in front of a fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say you, Jack, and Joe are all probably
Yeah,
sweating.
she's freezing. Even Joe gets like cold. Like
Really?
we're not.
Oh
But she's
yeah, well,
thick.
probably
She
a girl.
ain't fat. But
No,
she's thick, but she ain't a skinny,
Zach,
thick like
a little bit.
fucking.
He needs to
No,
walk
Zach
a
is-
little bit more.
Zach
No
is
offense, Zach.
ginormous.
If you hear this, you need to start
Yeah,
walking.
Zach. There's a message to Zach Cochran. If you ever watch this video, and I hope that Opus Clips makes a fucking clip of this.
Yeah.
Zach Cochran needs to walk his.
You know
fat
what you
ass
need to
once in a while.
do?
I know I do.
You know what
too,
you need to
but
do,
he's
bro?
huge.
I'll give you the $5. You need to hit up. You seen John Breaks Bad News? You need
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
him send
It's
Zach.
$5.
It's any amount that you want, but most people send $5. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, and
it's
he
like
just makes a
suggested.
call or something.
Yeah, and you just tell him what to say. Yeah, you give him the bad news, and the bad news should be that Zach is fat and he needs to work out.
Yeah,
And-
that's just real life.
He said that's not.
I don't know if
That's
it's,
not bad.
That's not
He said
news.
that's not bad newsworthy, bro.
It ain't news. That's just like
He said
reality.
this is
and
just
shit.
reality.
Yeah,
I mean, the bad news is supposed to get people to understand reality. That's the whole point of the bad
Right.
news.
no, exactly.
I think that shit's hilarious.
I
A
think
lot
it-
of them are.
I think it would be super funny to do.
you just
so.
got to find something really funny to make fun of them.
I do a lot.
I know you do. You got a lot of fucking experience. That's why I say.
Yeah, really good at it. I mean,
Mhm.
dude, you see, I just wrapped up his car like 2 weeks ago with plastic wrap.
Yeah, and then barrier film. You're such
Yeah,
a
and
dick.
sticky wrap barrier film. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
barrier film is
He
not.
was not
fun.
happy about that. And then, yeah,
I don't know if that stuff's like crash wrap, but crash wrap sucks a little. I mean, it's cool, but if someone wrapped a whole car in crash wrap, dude, you know how that would take
The
so
worst
long.
part of it is that because it's broken into squares,
Mhm.
like
it just rips.
It's
Yeah,
like
so
toilet
it's,
paper. Yeah, you're
yeah.
pulling it and it just rips off.
that's
the
how crash
pieces.
wrap is, but it's in bigger pieces.
Yeah, well, we have big ass shit that comes
Mhm.
in like a paper towel size piece,
Uh-huh.
and then ones that come into like almost like a toilet paper size piece.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
crash wrap is like big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like 2-3 foot sheets, like each square is.
Interesting.
They're meant to like wrap a vehicle after an
Damn,
accident
this
to
make my head-
prevent
make my head itch.
protect it from falling apart.
Oh, okay. Two things have you seen it that's crazy. One is okay. One's just cool, but one is crazy. I'm gonna go with the cool thing first. So, at the White House grounds,
Mm-hmm.
they put
The
up all
posters.
those yard signs
Yeah,
of all
and
the
then-
fucking illegal immigrants and their
Mhm.
crimes and shit.
Did you see how they put them up? They put them up directly across from the only spot that you're allowed to live stream in the White House yard. So
Yeah,
everybody, every news channel that wanted to live stream that day had
Has
to
to do
show
And
those
dude, there were
posters
so
in
many
the
people just
stream.
crying about it. Like, dude, these motherfuckers out here really defending these fucking rapists and fucking killers and shit, bro.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That shit is fucking.
is insane.
They've lost
It
their
is.
fucking minds,
There's way too much of it.
right? Because if Joe Biden was getting rid of these motherfuckers, they'd be praising them.
I think people forgot about deporter-in-chief Barack Obama. Too many people
Dude, yeah,
forget.
they said Barack Obama deported like 5 million people.
He deported over like twice as many as Donald Trump
yeah,
in his first term.
yeah, he deported
or
like
way more.
he deported like over 5 million people, and
No one talks about it.
And fucking Michelle Obama, who we're going to talk about in a second. Michelle Obama was talking about how
You mean Michael Obama? No, I'm just
yes,
kidding.
Michael Obama. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. So she's like,
I'm more convinced
she's
that
online or on X or Twitter or some shit talking about how she's losing sleep at night thinking about all of the people that Donald Trump's deporting. Bitch, you didn't lose sleep at night when your husband deported 5 million motherfucking illegals, did you?
I think President Macron, or what, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. His wife is a male.
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe I've just watched too much Candace Owens.
That's the
That's
president,
right? France's president.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. If you watch,
Love Candace Owens.
I was gonna say Candace Owens she went on, or maybe not, or maybe I just watched someone review it. But I've heard a couple people talk about it, and when you listen to her talk about it, it's pretty fucking convincing.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I don't know the full story, but like they, I don't know, they threatened to sue her or something.
Candace?
Yeah, if all that Candace asked for is like a birth certificate, and they just haven't produced it at all. And if you can't fucking, you're a fucking president, and you can't produce your wife's birth certificate.
I mean, dude, Obama's birth certificate that they
like
showed
months.
was photoshopped. It was found to be photoshopped, like a professional like computer fucking like digital person online or whatever, or like editor. I don't even know what you would call him. But like he took the actual picture from the White House files
I found,
and the files weren't even connected. He could still like straight up just move the fucking his names and dates and all of the stuff just all freely. Didn't have to cut him. Didn't have to like try to crop it out. It was completely not even connected to the background of the.
I watched a different like a short film documentary about Barack Obama and him possibly being born in the United States and stuff. And the only evidence that they have found was for that I found in this documentary was the birth certificate being like apparently it took like forever for them to produce it, and when they did, there was like these things wrong with it.
Yeah, because it's fake.
But everything else, like there was like they had other proof that showed that he was born in Hawaii in this documentary that I watched.
Yeah, I mean, but they can produce anything. They made made documentaries in a whole book.
I mean, but this is like an independent journalist.
Yeah, but no matter. Some independent journalists are biased, like Don Lemon.
Yeah,
or Don Lemon. He's independent now, and he's super biased, right? He might as well still be working for CNN, right? But not saying it's true or false. I don't believe Obama was born here. And I don't really care what a journalist says because obviously if you were born here, no matter where you're born at here, you should have some type of birth certificate and it shouldn't take you long to produce it, especially being the president. That's because obviously you have literally the entire government at your disposal, bro. Like I could go and get a birth certificate today. Well, not today because obviously the place is closed, but can get it in a day. There's no reason why the president can't get his birth certificate. Either way, not saying you're wrong, at all because it may be true. I just don't personally believe it. But fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say because you were talking.
You think he was born in Kenya?
I don't give a no. I don't know where he was born. I just don't think he was born here.
Why?
Because of the birth certificate thing. That's why. Plus,
that's it. Well, okay.
Yeah, but that's all you need, really. But ultimately, because why would you fake it if you were a citizen? But here's the ultimate. My second thing is that he, like, didn't have loyalty to America. He hates America. Like, you know, he fucking has loyalty to the fucking, like, Muslim countries and Middle Eastern countries and things of that nature. Like, you know, he isn't even a Christian. He's a Muslim. Like, not saying that's bad or by any means, but this is a Christian country, and you could at least have love for this country. And when you very apparently do not, there's reasons for it, especially being his age, because hatred for this country has really only become popular in modern history.
Yeah.
You know, like generally people are very patriotic, especially at his age. But not saying he is. I'm not the professional. I don't fucking know. He could be. I just don't believe it. He's not a very good American if he was born here. He was definitely not a good president. But to bring it back to what I wanted to tell you, crazy as shit. Michelle Obama, just like 2 days ago, had an interview with Marlon Wayne from the Wayne's brothers, right? From White Chicks. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know exactly. What you're
Okay,
talking about.
so he had an interview with he had an interview with Marlon Wayne. So she's going about she having this conversation, and these were like I'm gonna try to paraphrase. I'm gonna try to say as accurate as possible what she said. But she said, she was saying it warms her heart that she's a parent to a trans kid. Or something like that he is a parent to a trans kid. And then she said, it warms my heart as a black man that you do that.
That's what she said.
Her exact words. She said, it warms my heart as a black man. I'll pull it up right now.
Are you going to pull up the full interview or are you going to pull up a clip?
No, I'll pull up that whole part where she says that. I can't spell Michelle. How the fuck do you spell that bitch's name? How do you spell Michelle?
M-I-C-H-E-L-L.
Wait, M-A?
M-I.
M-I?
C-H-E-L-L-E.
E-L-L-E. Okay. Yeah.
That's how you spell her, Michelle. I don't know.
No, it's crazy, bro.
I don't know. I like to. I don't know how to put it. I'm not saying it's wrong, but you like watch Benny Johnson so much and you believe everything that he says.
No, I don't believe everything he says. You don't know because I mean, yeah, I can't say that haven't seen it, but you are just a doubter in reality, and that's fine. You haven't lived as long as I have or seen half of the things that I have seen. But also, if you can present things, and it's not just him that posted this. A lot of people posted this, and these are her exact words. It's not like he don't fake anything. He don't Photoshop fucking, he's not fake news.
But he does present a lot of stuff without evidence.
Like what? You can't say something without. You can't say something without examples.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
You can't claim something without an example.
Bro,
make one example. I watch his videos every day.
There
are things he says that I don't agree with, like, or I didn't perceive things that he shows us the same way he perceives it. I don't. There's things I have my own.
I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not trying to like say bad about him. I'm just saying that everything he tells people he has proof for, or his proof is I talked to somebody at the White House.
Well, he talks to people. He has videoed. He has live conversations with people from the White House almost every day. He's did live interviews there. He also takes live or video clips of what people say right from their mouth.
No, I know, but a lot of ones I see, he don't do that. He just he does. A lot of times he was like, word of mouth.
I don't know. And this is what he says all the time. He's like, I don't know. I'm not the expert. I'm not the one saying this. This is what they said. And this is just his opinion. That's all he is, right? Like, we give our opinions on things.
Yeah.
He's equally gives his opinions based off the information he's told by the people that are involved in those conversations and the hearings and all those things personally, right? Mm-hmm. So, if he's proven to be at least I would say above average nice guy, or like well, not a nice guy, because he seems like a nice guy, but he can be a dick for sure. He talks shit about some people, and it just has me cracking up. But like a decent human being, like, you know, he's like
I don't think he's like
a family
going out
guy.
Of his way
He doesn't
and trying to convince people all this
no,
lie.
and he doesn't lie about shit, dude. He tells you exactly what he truly believes based off of information he's found, and he has a whole team of people doing research constantly all day long too. You know, and if something happens and he said, this is my opinion, and then further more evidence comes out that disproves what he says, then he goes out and says, oh, well, I was wrong. This is what we thought, because he's just given his opinion based off of what we know so far. And then he goes back and says, well, this is actually at least what evidence they found or they are releasing.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with that. This is a true interview she had just a few days ago.
I'm not talking about this. I'm just talking about in general. I've after watching so many of his videos and watching, like, I watch YouTube. 99% of all TV I watch is YouTube.
But most of the YouTube you watch is not news podcast.
No, a lot of it is, bro. You don't know what I watch.
Well, Theo Vaughn doesn't really. A lot of them don't talk about news. Yeah,
I don't.
A lot of your podcasts are comedians.
I listen to podcasts while I'm at work. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which ones do you listen to that are news?
I
or
listen to all different types of
Name
news
one
and
journalist.
Say like Brett Cooper, a journalist.
Okay, well, she talked about it.
There's other people that.
Right.
Just
and they're all for
Officer Tatum. He's a journalist. I mean, there's a bunch of people that I watch.
Right, exactly. I only watch Benny Johnson because I relate to Benny Johnson. That's why I relate to him in a way that
I watch Benny Johnson.
I'm a parent, right? And I believe in the same things that he believes in, and he's proven to me over years of watching him, because I've watched him for years. I didn't watch a couple of his videos like you. I've watched him for years.
Yeah, I mean.
So I know based off of that, like, what his opinions were on certain things, or how he reacts, or his personality based off of what he says. I don't think he's the perfect person or the best podcaster in the world, because he's not by far, obviously, you know. But do I believe that he's saying something to make you believe something without any actual evidence? I don't know. He never claims anything is true without evidence. He tells you what he's been told, or he's asked the people that are
his
involved
evidence is
in
word
the
of mouth. The people that I watch give you actual evidence.
He's not stating what evidence,
like video proof.
Not all of it is video proof. A lot of
like documents.
And he does the same thing. What is the difference between a written document written by a person from the White House and an actual person from the White House?
Because
that's in those meetings, that are the ones in those positions of power.
Because how am I supposed to believe that some random person that's in a meeting,
some
person that works at the White House is just going to call up Benny Johnson and give him all this information that's not released to the public?
He literally has fucking Kash Patel on there.
Okay.
Fucking Trump's lawyers on there all the time. Trump's daughter-in-law's on the show. These aren't random people. These are people literally in the Trump circle of the administration.
I was just saying
in these meetings. If it was some random person,
I'm just saying random people that
just work in the White House, like, yeah, I served them coffee, blah blah blah, and this is my opinion. No, it's not that.
Right, but he's not.
That's like Barry telling me a story about something that happened, and then someone else saying, well, he just works there, so how am I supposed to believe that's what happened?
No, it's not at all.
When Barry is just as involved in what's going on in the day-to-day at the shop as you are, other than the phone calls.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
That's the same exact thing. There's no difference between a person that's a White House official and the person writing those documents aren't even the actual people that are in the meeting. They're just being told. Those are just people that work for those people being told what to write.
Right.
But the people that actually do the interview, I got your point. Your just point isn't very pointy.
Yeah, it is.
It's very dull.
No, it's not. He's literally a lot. I've watched videos where he literally just goes off of word of mouth.
One thing is fact. Yeah, but he never claimed those are facts. He never claimed any of them are facts.
Okay.
He never said this is a matter of a fact that this has happened without evidence. Never once. Me having a conversation with you, and I'm asking you, what's your day? How what you do today, right? You're like, oh, I went to work, I did this, I did that. Now, if somebody watching is like, there's no evidence that he did that. This guy's just telling him he went to Walmart. There's no proof he went to Walmart, right? And I'm like, so, and then I'm telling him like, okay, so he went to Walmart, and that's as much as a fact as you. I'm not stating that it's proven as a fact that you went to Walmart because I don't have video evidence that you did so. I can tell you that as to my knowledge and my understanding, based off of your word of mouth, that I'm putting trust into you, that you're telling me the truth, that you went to Walmart. Did you go to Walmart? Right? Are you lying to me and just told me you went to Walmart for no reason? Right? Why would you do that? Why would these people tell or just lie about anything? And if they are,
Why do people lie?
Yeah, some people do, but not all people lie. And
no, I get it.
Because a lot of things he asked, and they're like, if they can't talk about it, they just don't talk about it. Right?
Yeah.
But he never says everything this person tells me is the truth or is a fact. No, he's just stating that that's the information they were told based off of the person or the people that were actually in the room during the conversation that knows what they're talking about. And if they're lying to me, they're lying to me. But I'm not claiming it's a fact. I'm claiming that it is as far as I understand it or know, it is a fact because I trust the people giving me the information, right? But he pulls out videos constantly, literally videos, pictures.
I'm saying I like to watch
reportings
people that
from
already
other journalists
have proven the facts instead of just
like, if they don't
reporting on like news that they're hearing so fast.
What do you think?
I don't know what else
news is.
I don't understand.
Breaking news is telling you what's going on right now in this moment.
Insider stuff from the White House.
So if you didn't, if we waited till we had all the evidence on all situations before it got reported ever, we wouldn't have known shit about Trump getting shot in the head other than Trump got shot. By who?
Right.
When? Where? Why? We can't tell you it's going to take at least a week for us to get all the evidence and then we'll let you know anything. No. We don't do that. We report on what's going on right now.
Right, but we report what we know for sure. Yeah, we're not reporting guessing.
Sure.
They report the shooter when they know when they knew who it was.
There's always guessing and reporting. If you only have so much information and you're talking about it for an hour, and you're trying to explain what you think happened, you're allowed to make guesses. Like, that's what professionals do, right? It's called a educated guess for a reason.
I know.
Because they're educated in that fucking field. They have an expertise in this field. So they understand it more than you understand it, more than I understand it. That's why we watch it, so that we can understand it. Because they're the professionals, right? And why would we watch somebody if we didn't believe or trust that they knew what they were talking about, right? Or they're just liars, or they're just talking out of their ass, right? Because you having an opinion without actually knowing what you're talking about is the same thing you're claiming he's doing, because you've only watched a fraction of his videos. So to claim he does something all the time that isn't true is just as much as you saying that his evidence that he presents is all word of mouth. The evidence that he does that is the same exact thing as you saying that he does that with your mouth.
All of his evidence.
We'll say any of it, because he never presents anything as evidence. He shows you the evidence, and if he says this is evidence, it's showing you evidence. Like, here's the videos. He's a great reporter.
Right. Okay, but he makes claims.
Yeah, what reporter don't make claims? If you say any reporter you've ever watched don't make claims, no, because he claims a guess until he gets the facts. He's just letting you know this situation occurred. We don't know what all happened. This is what I might think of happened based off of the information I can find right now. Right? Trying to put a guess. Like if I have 5 puzzle pieces to this fucking 40, 50, 100 count puzzle, I can try to make a guess on what the image is based off of those five puzzle pieces. Doesn't mean that I'm going to be right. But I can give you as much of a guess based off of all the evidence that I have right now. And that's the difference. Like, it's not saying, oh, I just...
Yeah, well, maybe it's like...
You know?
Yeah, maybe instead of, like, trying to fit the puzzle pieces, he should just... Or in my opinion, what I like is just give me the evidence instead of trying to...
But not all evidence is out there.
Give me the what you have instead of trying to come up with this story or adding to it.
He doesn't do any of that.
As you just said, he's guessing.
No, yeah.
Like guessing the rest of the story.
He's allowed to try to connect dots, is what I'm saying, right? He doesn't, but he don't... You said he claims it as is a fact. He doesn't do that. So, like, there's never one time any of his viewers, unless you're fucking retarded, are on there watching and saying, oh, he said Benny Johnson claimed this to be a fact. No, he never did. Unless he shows you video evidence, because that's what he does. He's got a whole production team. Like, he don't need to sit here and make up lies, right? He goes on other people's podcasts and news networks and stuff like that, and guests on those, right? And why would all of these people have him on their podcast if they don't think he's a reliable source, right? If he's just a fucking liar. They're not like, and these are all really popular podcast streamers and other journalists, right? They're not going to put him on there and be like, yeah, I brought you on here just because you're a fucking lying son of a bitch.
I'm not saying that he is.
No, and I didn't say that you're saying that. I'm just saying, like, if you knew if you knew what you were talking about, it would make more sense, because you're only basing your opinion based off of a very, like, I couldn't give you any opinion based off of any of those people that you said. You know how much, like, opinion I have against Brett Cooper? That I know what she looks like, and I know that she's right-leaning. That's it. I don't know, like, if she has kids. I don't know how old she is. I don't know, like, about what she talks about on her show fully. I don't know her beliefs on a lot of things. I don't know how she reports. I don't know any of it, because I've never watched any videos of Brett Cooper other than clips, like small clips that are shared by Benny Johnson or other reporters, right? But do I believe that she's a good reporter based off of the fact that, one, she's very popular, and two, she's popular in the same people that watch Benny Johnson, that other guy, what'd you fucking say his name? Officer Tatum, right? Those same people that watch Benny Johnson, and vice versa, right? So,
I was gonna say,
I mean, they're pretty. I just don't watch a lot of podcasts. I just watch Benny Johnson because he goes live and he has, like, immediate news happening right then and there while I'm driving to work.
These aren't podcasts. Like, I wouldn't even call hers a podcast. They're just videos.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, some of them
just like...
Oh, she does, like, long-form podcasting videos, does she now? Or
no, her video...
I mean... Used to? Before
okay, maybe some of them are like podcasts, but most of them are not like podcasts.
Okay, like, because I know, like, Candace
they're like
Owens...
almost... She just sits in front of a camera and talks for like 20, 30 minutes. That's not a podcast.
No. But Candace Owens, like, she's a podcaster.
Yeah, like other... Yeah.
Independent journalist.
Yeah, there's...
Right? Her and Benny Johnson, really good friends. Do I trust in Candace Owens based off of her... how?
I definitely don't trust everything she says.
No, but Candace Owens don't talk out of her ass. She does extensive research and everything she talks about, right? Mm-hmm. Plus, I trust that she has her heart in the right place, and she's a super intellectual. Mm-hmm. So, like, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. And not that I could claim or, like, seen with my own eyes her personally be like, oh, I was wrong about this situation or this whatever scenario, and and fix what,
Mm-hmm.
and said, no, actually, this is what happened. I never seen that, but Benny Johnson does it all the time because he doesn't always guess. But if something happens, like when Trump got shot at or certain things that are happening, there's not always you have to be like, what happened? Ask questions, like put ideas in the air, and that's really all he's saying. He's not just like a reporter, right? He reports, but he also shares his opinions on the situations that have happened, and things going on. So like that's kind of how I see it. Like, like what we do. We have our opinions based on a lot of the things that we don't have physical evidence on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we still have opinions of some of these things, right? But the things that I mentioned have all been proven.
Yeah.
Have all been proven. But if I claim it to be, if I sit here and I say this happened, it's because it's been proven. If I said, dude, Benny Johnson said this happened, then I would say that's what I would say. Or this person said this happened. If I said this actually happened and real life evidence proves it, then I'm going to claim that evidence proves that this happened. Like Michelle Obama said, she is a man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's all I was saying.
When did this happen?
Like 2 days ago. I'm not joking. Like, I'm trying to show you this.
My heart, particularly for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man. Would you care to share that journey of?
Well, I learned.
Okay, bro, it's out of context.
That's not out of context.
Yeah, it is. Listen to, bro, she says that's clearly she's talking about him being a black man.
No.
Clearly she's talking about him being a black man.
It warms my heart as a black man. Would you like to share on that? As your relative.
Finish what you didn't even finish her sentence. She said, no, that was not the end of the sentence. Watch the video again.
I've seen this video.
What clip? Just
she
play it
says,
again.
would you like to speak on that? That's what she is. That's
as a black man, would you like to speak on that?
She didn't say, as a black man, would you like to speak on that? She said, it warms my heart as a black man. Would you like to speak on that? That's what she said.
Play the clip again.
Not saying that she meant to say that. But those are her words, and that is how she put it. So saying it's out of context is a lie. Out of context is when
you just
Trump
said she called herself a man.
That is what she said.
No, it's not.
I
just watched the video.
If I said you raising a trans woman warms my heart as a black man, that
you just stopped right there.
That's what she did. She does stop.
She stops for literally a half a second.
That's a pause still.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You don't know what a pause is?
Watch the video.
Man? You never press pause on your game
I
for
have.
half a second?
Yeah, I have. I just watched that. That sounds completely out of context.
It's definitely not out of context. If those are her exact words. You can't.
Particularly as a black man.
It's a strange way to say this.
And he said, it's a strange way to say it. He didn't say she claimed.
You did, though.
Because that's how it's perceived.
That's how you perceived it. That's not how I perceived it.
A child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
That's going into a completely different sentence.
She's clearly talking as him.
As him? No, she's talking to him. She ain't talking as if she's him. She's saying that you dealing with a trans and raising a transgender child warms my heart, particularly. What does particularly mean? That means you're claiming in a personal sense, right? As a personal sense, particularly as a black man, right? Well, would you like to weigh in on this? Or how it feels to raise a trans child, right? Why would it warm her heart as a black man if she wasn't a trans woman? It has nothing. How would it make her feel any type of way? On top of that,
Really think it's
no.
just a push.
It's not a push. How is it a push? I
It's
think you're
completely
pushing.
out of context.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
As just a person listening to it who doesn't have who doesn't think, who's not like super duper duper.
So
right
you
wing.
think you're smarter than dozens of people that reported on this?
Are you fucking serious?
No,
now you're
yeah,
just calling me a dumbass because I said it. You're saying it
Being
out of
dumb
context.
and saying you're
Yeah.
dumbass and saying you're
No.
not as smart as other people, it's not the same thing.
That's what
you
you're
think you're-
inferring.
No,
Yeah, it is.
a dumbass would think that. If I said,
Bro.
I just said, do you think you're as smart as these people, all these people that reported on it that perceive it that same way?
Bro,
You think you are?
It doesn't matter.
think
That's
you
out
are.
of context.
It's not out of
Yes,
context.
it is.
You don't know what even that word, what
Yes,
that
it
means.
does.
This is how you do out of context. So I can give you an example. Trump was talking about the auto industry is going to be a bloodbath if he doesn't win. Right? And those were his words. He said the auto industry, because they have these factories they're building over here in Mexico, the auto industry is going to be a bloodbath if I don't win. Now, CNN, ABC, they said, they took all that out and said, it's going to be a bloodbath if I don't win. And claimed, he said, that the country, or it's generally going to be a bloodbath in the country if he doesn't win. That's taking something out of context and making it sound something different. If I take
That's what you just did. You're doing this. You're doing the same
How?
thing.
How?
Because that's not what she said.
Are
I
you
just watched
smoking
the
crack?
No, I just watched the
I think
fucking
he's
video.
smoking crack, lady and gentlemen.
I think you're just so far up your own ass. Or
I'm
something.
far up my own ass. I think you're so blinded by
I'm not
your
blinded.
your fucking box that you want to live in.
I'm not-
that
I don't
you
live
can't
in no
accept
box.
You do. You live in a box.
No,
you
I
don't
don't.
accept reality
Yeah.
for what it is.
Bro. You
If
just
I sit
so
here and I
fucking-
said I'm the black man, do you want to weigh in on that? And you're gonna sit here and say, Toon didn't say he was a black man.
That's not, bro. I just
She
watched the
said it.
video.
She said it.
And even he admitted that she says it weird because
know.
it's obviously
And-
not what she meant.
And I
You're
said
taking
that.
it out of
No,
context.
I said what she said claims that she's saying she's a black man. Did I say once that she meant to say that?
No.
Okay. So
You-
exactly.
no, yeah.
I didn't
You
say
said that. She
no.
said it though. That
She did.
She said I'm a black man.
She
no,
did.
she didn't.
She did. You're dumb.
You're
if
taking
you don't
it
think
out of
she said that.
context.
That's not out of context.
You're taking one little.
No.
You're taking a short
No.
part of a paragraph
If
and saying
we-
this is
if
what she
we-
said.
If you listen to the entire conversation, and she says that same exact sentence, it still says the same thing.
Yeah.
As a black man, that warms my heart.
And if you
well,
showed that to any person just walking down the street that has no idea who she is, if they never knew who she was, they would assume that she was talking about him. 9 out of 10 people would not assume
what if
that
she
she's
was having,
calling
if
herself
she had,
a man.
So if she had that conversation with anybody else, and she said those same words, the same exact way, what would your excuse be?
She did, but she didn't though.
Exactly.
You're making what ifs.
But no, I'm saying a what if. But you don't know shit. Okay, for one.
Oh, I don't know shit now.
You don't because
okay. You're just a fucking asshole.
I'm an asshole?
Because I disagree
I'm an
with
asshole
you. Yeah,
because
because you're
you-
just so far up the fucking right wing ass.
Oh, I'm right wing ass. Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. All right. Good night, bitch. Get your ugly ass upstairs, nigga. Fucking pussy ass nigga. You can't even have a conversation without walking off like a little bitch. Well, I don't give a fuck because you probably want to fuck Michelle Obama.